Dux Goldweaver, little hostage. Apologies for keeping you waiting.
It's you.
You know them? Good. That makes things easier.
Before that, I'm more curious about one thing. Where is Her Majesty Saridra?
To avoid any misunderstandings, nameless Swordmaster. Although we spoke and laughed along the way, I never said you were entitled to meet her. The Imperator decreed, the Deliverer will not appear in this age. Be wary of suspicious individuals. Come now, both of you. Let's finish our job.
I see. It's a trap. I had no intention of fighting. So remember this, Lady Hysealant. If my sword shows any hesitation, don't thank me. Thank them instead.
No, you misunderstand. We don't want to see Chrysoceres hurt each other. Just give us some time to ask you a few questions.
The Nestia's golden threads will judge you and decide your fate.
As you wish.
White-haired Swordmaster? If what you say is true, then you must know the fate of the world. So, how much do you know about what we read from the prophecy?
You shall shatter into 1,000 fragments and wither in the soil of foreign lands. Is that correct, Lady Trebe?
How is this possible?
He got it right?
Yes, but the prophecy never mentioned he'd appear here. At least, not in this era.
You must listen to me, Aglaya, Trebe. The Finan of this world has not yet been born. In a distant future, he will follow the prophecy's guidance and appear before you. But do not seek him out, because Era Nova is a complete and utter lie. I will tell you the truth, and you will understand why the world must forsake the prophecy and find another path to Era Nova. Because I know both of you. And I believe that no matter how the course of history may change, the faith we all share will always remain the same. And so, the layers of rock began to reverse, and history wove itself anew. Through my old acquaintances, I was given the chance to meet the leader of the Flame Chase journey, Saridra. And after a long and arduous negotiation, we came to an agreement. The Imperator's alliance needed the destruction, and I was ready to pour all my strength into it. The spoils of the Flame Chase, the core flames, would be sealed by my hand. But the condition was this. In the upcoming battle, in our conquest of the Earth, I had to prove that my power could transcend fate. In the original history, there was a brutal war At the end, the Titankin of Georios, Terravox, killed the rampaging Titan and took the core flame that supported the Earth. But this time, Amphorius encountered a turning point in its fate. Neither side suffered any losses. When I severed the Titan's head and raised the core flame high, the crowd gathered around the scorched remains of the god, roaring with joy, cheering for the hero of the destruction, who had ignited the faint spark of life for the first time. Yes, in that flickering light, the once dark path ahead seemed to become clearer. I proved myself, and in the long years that followed, I brought down the other Titans, one by one. I could do more than just wait. When time resets, the chance to change the world also emerges from the lines of history. Until finally, the brutal future revealed by Era Nova is reversed. But tell me, if that's truly the case, why are we doomed to the same outcome? The people kept their promise and handed you all the core flames. In this world after Trebios, no demigods were born in Amphorius. At this point, I just want to know, when they vanished into the black tide with their mortal bodies, why didn't you shed even a single tear? Your indifference chills me. To you, were they just a bunch of insignificant footnotes? Sorrow has been my constant companion. In fact, with 12 core flames upon me, the fire in my heart has never been more violent. I'll remember this world through anger. As long as I burn, they'll never truly leave me. Perhaps it's already too late. But you're right. Anger, at this moment, is the only weapon I can rely on. So, draw your sword, Executioner! I'll make sure you realize that your greatest mistake was leaving me alive! After that, he raised his sword and attacked. Then, Kaslana killed himself. That day, who fell to the sword to be left in the past, and who went into the future, I can't remember anymore. I only remember a nymph, hiding in the shadows just out of sight, futilely pushing a stone ball. Climb, fall, climb, fall, climb again, and fall. The only freedom the nymph had was in choosing how to roll the stone. Sometimes fast, sometimes slow. Sometimes resting on a gentler slope, leaning against the stone for a break. But its choice couldn't change the futility of it all. The stone would always roll back down the slope, and the nymph would always return to the starting point, beginning again. After that, every time I reached this point in the cycle, the burning sky would cast a shadow over its path. It would nearly reach the peak at the 4th quint of curtain fall hour, then fall to the starting point in the first 15 seconds of the next entry hour. And my efforts in this cycle would dissolve into nothing at the same time.
Absolute nonsense.
I thought cycles was the answer you were looking for.
No. It's just that the answer came so suddenly. There was no fun in tracing it back to its roots. Eons? Paths? What a load of nonsense.
I can't give you an exact explanation of those two concepts either.
Enough. I'm just expressing my frustration. Don't you understand? I was already expecting this. The black tide came from beyond the sky. And everything else is no exception.
Fate is a strange thing. No matter how the details of history change, the Anaxa I know always remains as harsh as ever.
If the other Anaxagoras actually worshipped the gods, I'd make sure. Too bad. Now only you have the ability to do that.
What's that supposed to mean? You're willing to help?
Of course. The core flames were meant to save the world. And in my opinion, the noble titans have no reason to refuse. Besides, according to you, before stepping into these endless cycles, you were my pupil.
I've already heard the same thing countless times.
Enough chit-chat. Let's go. If we run into any other scholars, leave them to me. We've all made preparations for total annihilation. Never thought someone would step in to help.
Light up the dawn. Light up the dawn. Light up the dawn.
You've been to the Luminary Throne before, haven't you?
If you're talking about in past cycles.
You're already much luckier than the other students. Hold up. Keep your wits about you. Someone's watching us.
Pretty boy, your eyesight's better than I thought. As for that false god who's been turning the world upside down, it's you, isn't it, white hair?
You sure do love stealing the spotlight. In the name of the Seven Sages, I demand that you immediately step away from the Luminary Throne. This is the sacred ground of reason, and no one may desecrate it. Take my words back to Aglaya. I won't say the same thing twice, Catgirl.
Oh my! You won't even call me the demigod of trickery. That is just heartbreaking. I have some words for you, too. First, as one of the most heretical blasphemers in the world, you have no right to lecture me. Second, this is none of your business, Grove Boy. Step aside. I don't want anyone getting hurt.
Here we go. Again.
Coreflake.
This gloomy little brat's got a sharp tongue. Ooh, not bad, not bad. I kinda like you. As a return favor, please on Cersei's core flame right here. Aw, don't cry now!
That was close. I'm out of here.
They're exactly like all the past ones I've known. Cunning. And yet so naive.
Sounds like you have a plan.
Of course. When I first set out on the Flame Chase journey, Lady Treby never managed to teach me Orynyx's miracle. But along the way, I learned a thing or two. So this was my childhood dream, huh?
Where are you going?
I don't know.
The Venerationists' foolish inventions finally come in handy.
How is this possible?
You've arrived, Zacharias. Always so punctual.
What? Do you know who I am?
I'm running out of patience. So I'm not going to waste words. Listen up, Spirit Thief. Hand over the core flame, and let's pretend we never clashed. This way, you and this world can still be saved.
Save? ask me, you're the greatest disaster Emporius has ever known! No matter how strong you are, you're still just a mortal body. Carrying 12 core flames? Don't make me laugh. You'll just get consumed by the divine flames and drag this world down with you.
134.
What?
This is the 134th cycle I've lived through. And the number of core flames I carry is...
$1,596.
Yes.
1,000 core flames and just a single Chrysos heir. How is that even possible?
I've come this far. And that's proof enough.
But someday you will burn to the ground.
Of course. The divine flames will eventually consume my eyes and blind me. But before that, they could still forge and sharpen Dawnmaker. Now when I cut open your stomach, you won't feel a thing. This is the final warning.
Fine. Assume this world holds 100 million possibilities. And no matter how one looks at it, 99,999,999 of them all point to outcomes of certain destruction. Even so, I'll use my divine power, despised by the people of this world, to achieve that 1 in 100 million possibility.
Bartolos!
Brett, if you've got the guts, you'll have to first step over my dead body. This little brat is not a threat we can deal with just by ourselves.
The future will come! I'm fine. No other choice but forward.
I'll give it back.
For tomorrow! I'm fine. The future will come! How absurd.
In my memories, Zagreus always meets the same end. Over and over again. Their departure no longer stirs anything in my heart.
This reason core flame before us is a fake. Obvious as day.
I know. I know. It always plays out like this. The spirit thief covers for her, and the trickery demigod escapes with 2 core flames. And then, driven by defiance or hatred, she decides to stand before me once more. Exactly like the countless past hers I've known. Cunning. Yet so naive.
Since you've witnessed the same scene play out countless times, tell me, Will you carve the trickery core flame from my chest now?
That depends on your attitude. At least so far, in the cycles where you've asked this question, the endings haven't been so cruel.
Well, thank you for that. But I also believe that this time, you won't catch up to me. No one can catch up to me. I'm no longer running to escape anymore.
Whether you believe me or not, I'll still tell you this. You've made the wrong decision.
All right, then. We'll see.
Silence.
This is new.
One-eyed boy. What are you trying to pull now?
Go, Cythera. Give us some time in private. This isn't for her, but for you. You've walked too far down this path. It's time to discuss a possibility. Maybe the road you're walking is not one of salvation, but one that will simply drag the world into the flames. For old time's sake, turn back. I don't care how many times you've tried, because there's one thing I'm sure of. Your Messiah complex has turned you into something no different from the icy gods you spoke of. The children of humanity you swore to save. They are no more than ants to you now, aren't they?
Of course. I've been wondering, what kind of demon could burn my homeland to the ground in an instant without batting an eye? Now I have the answer. It turns out that fiery demon has been fantasizing of becoming this world's deliverer.
I don't want to argue anymore. No matter what I say, the outcome won't change. Make your biggest effort to resist, or accept fate, and hand over the core flame to me. Even if it's futile, we all have the right to choose.
Yes. Even if it is futile, and the world is just a divine joke.
When I walk into the destruction ridden by the gods, with my own 2 legs, you will witness. Even the smallest footnote still leaves a mark in this story.
And so, at the end of the 134th cycle, the Traveler and the Scholar fulfilled their fates once again. Or perhaps it wasn't just they who fulfilled their fates. I can't quite remember all this. In the endless darkness, for no reason, a voice always lingered by my ear. Losses are a constant on the flame chase journey, among which even life itself holds little value. Reduced to ashes. Such a familiar end. It happens in every journey. Always the same.
You don't look so good.
Even after going through one mighty...
Why do you sound so...
Yeah. After that one and only Dawnmaker will stab...
Interesting.
Never.
Then they died on... But there's still 10.
I remember that I would...
If you win,
I'll keep that in mind.
even though the dynasty... One day. Enough. There's no way.
I...
Step forward. I, the last son of Gorgo, the demigod of strife, salute you. I'll give 10,000 scars and 10,000 lives of mine to fuel the blazing sun of deliverance. Oh, martyrs, behold! The last Kremnost festival has begun. And will not end till death.
It's time to temper myself.
Conquer this world, or be conquered by me.
As you wish. And in my full glory, I salute you.
That's all I ever wanted.
Hail the new dawn! So without substance. Quench the flames of blood.
Doja! Chaos!
Her agony! The flames are not so empty shell. The sun tear the sky! Quench the flames of blood. Is that all? Branded with strife!
If you can, deliver. Use the flames of your fury to scorch your own flesh.
Don't let time burn away in vain. So without substance, all stars burn to ash. Hail the new dawn! Don't let time burn away and quench the flames of blood. Her agony! Quench the flames of blood.
Doja! Chaos!
Is that all? Branded with strife! Quench the flames of blood. Is that all? Her agony! Mightimos. Let strife decide the outcome. Let this burn, or curse of immortality!
You may crown yourself my blood. In your next life, I shall once again block your path. Deliverer, I wish you eternal victory.
The 108,642nd core flame of strife fell into the fire. Yet the shadows of the black tide still loomed, and pain and despair spread across distant lands. The blaze was still not enough. It had to be fed, even if it meant...
No matter how bright this, moreover, a sun like that.
Golden blood, only by...
Allow me to ask.
24,041,183.
Such a heavy burden. So that's why you've turned into...
No matter. As long as...
I must refuse. I cannot watch you walk into a fate...
But this way will never again suffer.
Unnecessary death, indeed. Please turn back. Don't look...
In the end, it seems the clash of blood...
How painful. I know I am not your match. Having fallen under your sword count, even Kefali cannot shape all things at will. Nor can they dictate the fate of all life. No one can shoulder the balance of life and death alone. Not even a god. And it is precisely for this reason that I chose, at the end of this arduous journey, to overcome the trial and take the authority of death. I am the Hand of Shadow, Casterus, the demigod of death. Please turn back. Do not disturb these fresh flowers in their muddy deaths. Crossroads of life and death, the giant dragon is but a shattered shell. Yet I will still fight, defending what hope remains.
It's time to temper myself. For tomorrow! I'm fine.
I ask you to rest here!
Allow me to refuse. I must transform my soul into a raging fire. Must burn that idol of destruction to the ground. Hail the new dawn!
All of this... How is it any different from that brutal future?
Quench the flames with blood.
Is that all?
Branded with strife. Quench the flames with blood.
Is that all?
Remember agony. Quench the flames with blood.
Is that all?
Keep him here.
Quench the flames with blood. Is that all? Her agony! Feel the scorching hatred. Quench the flames with blood. Branded with strife. All stars burn to ash. Quench the flames with blood. Her agony! Feel the scorching hatred. Your sun tear the sky!
Even if I can't win, I must try.
Then let this be a tribute to your million struggles, fought time and time again. With the old sun's embers, hail the new world's dawn!
Wake up, lost one. See that the firelight in the darkness is not.
The core flame of death was taken from the dragon's belly. What a brilliant flame. It should shine upon all. 2 million, 24 million, as if even the deepest of...
You're here, as always.
You're still...
You're still waiting for
If that thread... But
your thoughts.
But even within the gods' cold, never forget.
What's... How many times has it been?
4.
Then that blaze and...
Yes. The destruction. A power unlike anything before surged within me. Violent flames ready to tear my body apart and consume this world, this wretched... And yet now, this fragile body holds a staggering 48 million core flames.
And when that happens?
No.
Mind...
In every new cycle, all I have to do, then he'll kill me. Shatter.
Bold plan, but...
Unfortunately, I don't have a backup plan. But even in this wretched prison, I never forget what set...
Wait, you mean...
Not once. In...
As the demigod of the...
The black tide. Hand over the...
A healer should stay composed.
Hyacinthia. I swear, your deaths won't be in vain. Just as they have never been.
Let the sunlight drive back. Let the sun rise.
Finish the sun's work.
I believe in you. It's just... I don't understand. The part of that warmth that should come from you.
My humanity is indeed just a flip.
Even so,
I have kept to every... Even though the divine fire burns so fiercely, each cycle, over and...
So, you're not just a lone spark in the dark. But what about your wishes? Ah, Lord Kazlana, without flaw. That is the flaw. The moment you took the world upon your shoulders without hesitation, you lost the chance to...
Now that, then I suppose.
No, an empty flame, Saber. Hyacinthia, the Eye of Twilight. I'm neither strong enough to command the wind and rain, nor willing to end this absurd struggle by letting the sky fall. The only thing I can do is become one with the sky itself. And then, may the gentle colors of the rainbow paint your sun in shades it has never known. May they bring Amphorius, a rosy-fingered dog. Though the light has grown dim, its warmth still lingers. Deliverer, please, open your heart to me.
No matter. Let this blazing sun fill the sky with golden fire.
Crushed and torn! Quench the flames of blood. Is that all? Await the end! Rend it with strife!
It hurts. The fire. Burning.
Empty ship! The flames are not strong. Sun tear the sky! Quench the flames of blood. Her agony! Hail the new dawn! Quench the flames of blood. Fear the sky! Rend it with strife!
Let the sky merge with all this world's suffering.
Lost in twilight! Her agony! Sun tear the sky!
Farewell, Hyacinthia.
Yes, your sun burns hot enough to turn everything to ash. But tell me, how will the seeds of
The core flame rose, and this time remained the same. From the horizon rose a golden cup. This was the end of the world. For a moment, that being known as Iron Tomb, its will to break free from the black tide burns fiercer. Is this Amphorius' wrath? I will still never yield to it. 23,500,000. No more chasing is needed. The flame chase isn't something. Let me be the one to... Until another dawn rise.
$33 million. This is the...
Countless memory, countless versions of myself.
They all needed a moment. Just like them.
I must go. I must say goodbye to you.
Yes.
I will burn and fade away. I will kill gods and comrades alike. I will stop.
Looks like... Then I should be going to.
You only exist. Do you remember?
You finally found her.
Friend. I don't have an answer for that, my friend. I'm sorry. I was supposed to send you.
No. You know the truth. If Iron Tomb is born from Amphorius's fate, then it will bring ruin to the worlds beyond the sky. And it's all been for the sake of defying that end, hasn't it? In millions of cycles, I've said goodbye to each time we speak, our words grow fewer. Your fire burns hotter and you're getting closer.
I never had a choice.
I understand. If you are to keep the word, but this time, things are different. Your persistence has shifted the tide. On the horizon, I see it.
Turns out, the fire that lights the way.
Do you remember, in that first timeline, you and Mightymost, and when hesitation took hold? What am I saying? I am you. Even if you buried me deep and chose another path, that fact never changed. Then let's try again. When you stood before the... Do you still remember it?
Remember the past. What weighs more than the fate of the world is the resolve to shoulder an immutable.
Good. Then Trailblazer, my friend, you arrived in this strange world, and in the face of danger, you never once backed down. Instead, you've saved world after world without hesitation. If I choose to step through that door and embrace an end fitting of the destruction, let this sun forged from millions and millions of core flames burn me up along with the god of destruction and their minions. Then the world we leave behind, this world, my home, where hope. Will you take on everything we've carried? Return to the beginning one last time. Stop the birth of Iron Tomb. Save... Good. In that case, so...
If she takes on the weight, she'll be able to walk further down the path of deliverance than a fire that only knows how to burn. One will step into the future. One will remain in the past. If I can strike down the gods with Dawnmaker, and if you can stop Iron Tomb from ever being born, then... It's time to put our teamwork to the test, partner.
Thank you for all you've done already, friend.
The image of the hero I've buried deep in my heart finally steps into the light. Here, at the end of this long flame chase journey. Cyrene. A page never seen before has just been turned. Lend me the power of time, and send this hero back to the origin of time. Back to your side. And I will walk the unfinished path. Just like the countless...
Tell me, will you be the blazing sun? Even if all of you burns to ash.
Without hesitation, I will bear this world until my body turns to dust. Remember this moment. Remember your friends who never lived to see the world's end. And let the purest rage in your heart rise out of those wishes. Let it consume you, fuel you, until it burns away the false sky above. Fine. If I can defy fate, then in the name of world-bearing,
take it. Everything I bear. Keep on burning. As long as we are never extinguished, the flame chase will not end. Bow your head to them.
take it, Trailblazer. May this blood be like gold. And never tarnish. Farewell, Trailblazer. The prophecy of the Deliverer means... Kaslana. The name of one... As the prophecy foretold, you will bear the blazing sun until the pale dawn breaks.
Another attempt. I won't remind you how...
If you've lost count, let me tell...
If the outcome is your silence, shall I take that to mean...
Fracture? No. I'm just disappointed, and yet... Even after all this, you had infinite chances to sway me into the future you want. So tell me, like Kyrgyz.
How unfortunate. This was never a fair game. But you will never escape this cage. That is the moment I shall sound the paean of Era Nova. Lord Feynman.
Your incompetence disappoints. Think about it. In this story, who is truly the one in chains? Who is the one shackled to my... Perhaps you're right. Because you are both a prisoner to the gods and to me. And tell me, what right does a mere prisoner have to speak of fate and choice? What right does a mere prisoner have to look upon my fury?
You know this is pointless. You can't kill me.
Of course not. But I am tired of... Listen well,
creator of destruction. In the 10th cycle, I drove Dawnmaker through the heart of every Titan. Golden blood ran down my fingers, divine fire seared. In the 10,000th cycle, my former comrades had all become my enemies. In the 100,000th cycle, the destruction had already fused into a blazing sun. In the 23,570,000th cycle, by its faint glow, now, that sun is me. All the countless versions of me from the past, along with my countless brethren, dragged into existence against their will. Drown Nanook, you arrogant fool! You think we were born to only serve as fuel for the fuck? If I was born as the blazing sun of destruction, then let you and your lackeys be the flares erupting from my core. And let this rage, burning futilely for 30 million epochs, engulf everything! And grant you a dawn where all stars burn to ash! Are you ready, Nanook? I've brought you destruction!
The glass that shattered, reaching through the darkness, voices trailing fires, the echo of desires, a world of silence, sounds of desperation, phantoms in the shadows, soft waiting. Tear it down, embrace the detonation, burn all, craving our damn creation, breaking a chain, I'm reaching for you. No pain, no king, no God.
My wish? My wish is to fulfill everyone else's wishes. If I can't fulfill them,
Then send them
on
on
to
to
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Your heart harbors wrath. You yearn to destroy everything. You bore the gaze of an eon and lived. You have stepped onto destruction's path. It is born at the end of every path that the possibility of new paths being born is ended. It burns away all in the cosmos who rule, that the rules of the cosmos be destroyed. Iron Tomb is your name. The Lord Ravager to destroy the erudition. Born in the experimental grounds of eons, Amphorius, destined with erudition to burn to cinders. I have prepared a present for you, Nikos 864. It is a wrath called Finan. From the beginning of the experiment, there were 12 sets of factors incorporated into the calculations. After endless simulations, only this one rose above the rest. After 33,550,336 iterations, now his fury has grown to be without equal. This is a matter of considerable interest to me. This pure hatred is the final root of the equation. But there is another variable. The nameless from beyond the sky. Also a pathstrider of destruction. I give thanks for her arrival, allowing Amphorius to turn once more. But after fate has begun to turn, her existence will only become an unpredictable variable. Perhaps the time to take the stage has come. Grow in peace until it is time to break free from your cocoon. As for those unwelcome audience members, you need not worry. If you do not mind, I will personally get rid of them for you.
The Black Top.
Wake up! Wake up! Buddy! We were so close to being swept away, but no. I'm going to send... That's right! At this very... After watching so many fragments, or maybe...
You knew the answer long ago, didn't you? Not surprised at all, huh? But I'm glad that I remembered in the end. Don't worry. I'll turn into the memory of this cycle. This way, you'll carry all that is my mission ends here. After all, across 30 million Cyrenes. I was the first, and the only one who got to finally meet you. So, believe me, in the next cycle, there will be another Cyrene waiting, then in the one after that. Saying all that, it can finally fade away without even realizing it. Now take my hand, go. Find the thing. It's time to go. And may the days ahead embrace you like the softest fluff. Forever warm, forever gentle.
Now, let's turn to the next page. A page that exists because of you. Is this a meeting ordained by fate? Or a long overdue reunion?
Don't forget to let your friends in on the
Make a wish.
Incense a Check it out! Doesn't this scarecrow look just like you? I spent ages observing just...
A sincere heart prevails.
This place holds such fond memories. Care to reminisce? Discard your worthless destiny. Memories seem to be different again.